Hi, I'm Katie Walley, Senior Director at Asda Money. For Talk Money Week this year, we have partnered with StepChange, the UK's leading debt charity, to talk about the importance of talking about your finances. Each day for Talk Money Week, I'll be meeting with lots of different experts to talk about a range of topics, from relationships and finances to how finances can impact your health. Today we'll be joined by Jenny Wright, Regional Manager from the Money and Pension Service, to talk to us about what employers can do to support employees with financial wellbeing.
Hi, my name's Jenny Wright and I work for the Money and Pension Service. And our vision is everyone making the most of their money and pensions. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about financial wellbeing. And our definition of financial wellbeing is it's about feeling secure and in control. It's knowing that you can pay the bills today and you can deal with any unexpected costs that come your way. And you're also on track to have a healthy financial future. So in short, you're confident and empowered to deal with your finances.
And we're also joined by Andy Shaw from StepChange, who is their Debt Advice Policy Officer, to talk about how the global pandemic has impacted people's finances. Let's get started. Who has been hit the hardest financially by COVID-19 and why is this?
So we know that the pandemic has had an impact on an awful lot of people. An awful lot of jobs have been impacted as well. What we've found is that people who are living in privately rented accommodation are actually most likely to be in a job role that has been negatively impacted by the pandemic. You combine that with things like job insecurity and high housing costs, and it's really that group of people who have had the biggest impact, the biggest hit to their household finances.
What can employers and employees do to help improve that situation?
So there's a number of things that employers and their workers can do in order to maybe build up a little bit of financial resilience so that if this sort of thing happens again, then maybe they're in a better place to face it. Something like a workplace savings scheme is really important, where you pay a little bit of your salary every month into a savings pot and your employer maybe matches that. What StepChange have found in previous research is that if people had a savings buffer of even £1,000, that would be enough to prevent about half of them from tipping over into problem debt if they have a shock to their income. So those kinds of things are really important to help people to build up that bit of a safety net for the future. Aspects like workplace pension schemes as well, saving for your retirement for the future, all of those things can really help build up a bit of money to help you through any difficult financial times ahead.
And what impact does being in debt have on someone's performance while they're at work?
So we know that there's a very strong link between problem debt and things like mental health issues. And clearly, if your mental health is not in the best place, then that can have a knock-on impact on your performance at work. That's why it's really important for people who are in work and in financial difficulty to get help as soon as possible, because if things are left to go out of control, then that can have impacts on other aspects of your life as well, and your job really foremost among those.
Thanks, Andy. And now we're going to talk to Jenny from the Money and Pension Service. Hi, Jenny. Do you feel that employers are doing enough to support their employees' financial well-being?
Well, there's a mixed bag around there. Some employers are really embracing the financial wellbeing strategy and are really looking to support their employees, whereas others are not so far along the line with that. They're not as engaged. Larger organisations tend to be much more engaged because they've got the capacity to put things in place, whereas smaller companies, self-employed people don't necessarily have the capacity to support their staff at this stage. So we know that if a employee has access to support through their employer, they're very likely to use that support. We also know that if employees are concerned about money, they might be stressed out, they might be worried about that during the working day, and that leads to sort of lower activity, lower productivity. So we think it's really important that employers really support their staff through financial wellbeing.
Are there any standout examples of organisations that are going above and beyond to support their employees' financial wellbeing?
There is one particular organisation that is really supporting their staff. Each year they get involved with our Talk Money Week, so they really sort of showing their staff that there is support out there for them. They have their own intranet page for financial wellbeing with really useful hints and tips on there and links through to the Money Helper website. They also run a Money Awareness Week, so it may well be in that week, normally in February, that we focus on different topics on each of the days in the week. We bring in other partners like debt workers, people that talk about gambling addiction, people that talk about benefits, credit unions, banking. So there's loads of support there, and all of these places are safe to get help and guidance around finances.
What can self-employed people do to seek help if they face financial problems?
If you are self-employed and you want some help around your finances, if it's your own personal finances, then you can go onto our website, which is www.moneyhelper.org.uk. Just type in what you're interested in or what you're concerned about, and those topics will come up, and you can use the tools and resources on the website there. Alternatively, if you want to talk to somebody over the telephone, you can ring our free phone number, which is 0800 138 7777, and you'll be able to talk to somebody there who will give you signposting and guidance to the areas where you can get the help.
Is there anything significant that people should be doing to plan for their retirement?
In terms of planning for retirement, obviously people listening to this will be all different ages, so it depends where you are in your life stage, but I think it's really important to engage with your retirement planning and your pension as soon as you start making contributions into one. You can use our helpful tools and resources on the Money Helper website. Again, that's www.moneyhelper.org.uk, and put in the search bar pensions. Lots of tools and resources will come up there. There's one particular one, the retirement calculator, which allows you to put in what you're paying in now, what you'd like to retire on, and it sort of works out if there's going to be a shortfall there. You can then follow the links to find out what you can do about making up that shortfall. The other thing that's really important, if you've got any questions about your pensions, it doesn't matter what sort of question that is, you can contact our free helpline, and the number for that is 0800 011 3797. That's 0800 011 3797. You can also ask questions via a web form from our website, but it would be really useful to use that telephone number just to get an initial steer of where you need to go with your pension questions.
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks for joining us today. We're here every day this week for Talk Money Week, talking about hints and giving information about managing your finances. Special thanks to Andy from StepChange. Tell us where we can find out more information about your charity.
Yep, stepchange.org, that's our website. Lots of useful information on there about managing your finances, and also our free online debt advice tool.